Hi, my name is Brennan Albertson. I'm a Boy Scout here in Needham, Troop 13. I dedicated my Eagle Scout project to raising awareness about the dangers of texting while driving. At the Harvest Fair, teams of Scouts conducted surveys of drivers. Our specific questions were, first, how long have you been driving? 0 to 5 years, 6 to 10 years, 11 to 15 years, over 15 years. Second, do you or have you ever read a text message while behind the wheel? This includes while the car is both in motion or stopped at a red light. Never, once or twice, several times, frequently. Third, do you or have you ever sent a text message while behind the wheel? This includes while the car is both in motion or stopped at a red light. Never, once or twice, several times, frequently. Fourth, are you aware of the dangers of texting while driving? Yes or no? And lastly, fifth, would you be willing to take a pledge to never text while driving? Yes or no? If the answer to the last question was yes, survey participants were directed to my booth where they could take a pledge that read, I understand the dangers of texting while driving. I pledge to keep myself and others safe by not texting while driving. I will also ask family and friends not to text while driving. After taking the pledge, we gave our participants our promotional items, the thumb ring, information sheet, and a sticker for their car. The studies on texting while driving consistently cite the overwhelming dangers. On March 28th of 2013, the Washington Post highlighted a new survey of distracted driving in the adult population. This survey, conducted by AT&T, stated that nearly half of adults surveyed, 49% said they text and drive, even though nearly all of them say they know the habit is dangerous. On May 20th, 2013, the News Tribune wrote that almost half of teenage boys, 45% of teen girls, and a staggering 58% of 18-year-olds admit to texting while driving. The National Safety Council estimates that 200,000 accidents are occurring each year due to texting and driving. Lastly, on May 8, 2013, Newsday reported that there are 3,000 teen deaths annually and 300,000 injuries from texting while driving. My mission is to raise the awareness of the dangers of texting while driving. I'm here with Officer Springer and Officer Harmon of the Needham Police Department. Officer Springer, please explain the laws of the Commonwealth as they pertain to texting while driving.
Okay, let's start with this. If you're under 18, you cannot have any portable electronic equipment going while you're driving. That includes your cell phone, video games, laptop, anything like that. If you get caught, you're looking at a $100 fine, you're going to lose your driver's license for 2 months, and you're going to have to take the driver's attitude adjustment course. There are a few exceptions to the rule, but I'm only going to touch on 2. The first one is, if you want to listen to the radio, you want some music in the car while you're driving, that's fine, you can do that. But the other one, which is important, is if you want to use your cell phone and you're under 18, it has to be for an emergency. And it has to be something like a real emergency, like a car accident or a medical call or something like that. Then it's all right to use your cell phone. The other part to this is if you are over 18 and you get caught texting, it's a $100 fine. If you're under 18, in addition to the $100 fine, you also have to take the driver's attitude adjustment course, and you're going to lose your license for 2 months.
Officer Harmon, please explain the impact of this dangerous activity as you have witnessed it in law enforcement.
Well, basically, we respond to accidents every day. A lot of them we can surmise that are caused by being distracted. Again, some accidents are, it's a two-way street, but a lot of them we can find out that, someone has been distracted while moving their vehicle. And again, it could pertain to if they were paying attention more, they might have avoided the accident in the first place.
In the survey conducted by the Scouts, in the 0 to 5 years category, there were a lot of people that said that they frequently texted. Do you think that the driving schools in the area, especially Needham Driving School, have done a good job in spreading the message about the dangers of texting while driving?
Well, I think it's important to spread the word out, to educate, especially new drivers, as to the behavior behind the wheel. There's enough going on in and around a vehicle anyway, that you don't need this extra distraction of a cell phone, as well as texting. So it's just better off just that as they educate new drivers, is to prevent them from using them.
Alrighty. Were there any results of the survey taken by the Scouts that are encouraging or alarming?
It is encouraging that a lot of people adhere to not texting or reading texts, but there's still a lot of other people that stated that they continue on with this dangerous practice of texting or reading text while they're behind the wheel of a car. So that's what we have to focus on as far as getting the message out even more. And you're helping by doing these surveys and educating even more teens.
What kind of approach do you think will work in changing the activity of texting while driving?
Well, I don't think it's any one approach that's going to do it, and there's a combination of things. Like, for example, some of our officers, if they catch somebody texting while they're driving, they're going to fine them. Some other ones, if they stop a person, especially if it's a young person, they may give them a warning and talk to them, and they may even call the parents right on the scene. And I've seen the parents get pretty upset with the kids, and they take the car away from them for a couple of weeks, and I think that's been effective. My contribution is I'm assigned to the high school, and with my junior class, I go over laws of alcohol and motor vehicle laws with them, and let them know the dangers and let them know what the penalties are. And I also let the kids know how much we as adults care about them a lot, and we built up a 4-year relationship with them being in the high school, and we don't want to see anything happen to them. And another thing I think is very important is what you're doing. You're helping us get the message out there, with the show and everything, and we really appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Officer Springer. Thank you very much, Officer Harmon.
Thank you.
Thank you for watching this public service announcement. I also want to thank all those who have made the pledge not to text while driving. Even if you didn't have the opportunity to visit my booth at the Harvest Fair, you can still pledge on your own and keep yourself, your family, your friends, and the others on the road safe. Psychologist Paul Ashley from the University of Kansas, an expert on texting while driving, was recently featured in a Boston Globe article. Ashley argues for a campaign similar to the Friends Don't Let Friends Drive Drunk approach. Ashley said, if it's a social problem, the solution has to be a social solution. My No Texting While Driving pledge takes that approach. The pledge reads, I understand the dangers of texting while driving. I pledge to keep myself and others safe by not texting while driving. I will also ask family and friends not to text while driving. Please remember that there are many good alternatives. Don't text someone you know who is driving. If you receive a text or need to send one when you are driving, pull off the road and then look at your phone. You can also designate a passenger in the car to read and respond to any messages. Lastly, remember that you can make a call. There again, you can pull off the road or use a hands-free Bluetooth device. If you would like to view any of the information regarding our efforts at the Harvest Fair, you can visit my Facebook page, No Texting While Driving Eagle Scout Project. There you can find information, pictures, the survey questions and results, and the pledge. Thank you to all the Troop 13 Scouts and parents for their help and guidance. Thank you to my family and the members of the St. Sebastian's community who helped me with this project. Special thanks to the Needham Business Association, the Needham Police who offered their sponsorship and the thumb rings given out at the fair, Officers Harmon and Springer for their advice and time, and Vistaprint who generously donated the banner for my project, and all the car stickers for those who took the pledge. Safe driving and enjoy the pictures from my Eagle Scout project.
Well, I woke up to the sound of silence and cars cutting like knives in a fist fight. And I found you with a bottle of wine, your head in the curtains, heart like the 4th of July. You swore and said we are not shining stars. This I know, I never said we are. Though I've never been through hell like that, I've closed enough windows to know you can never look back. If you're lost and alone, or you're sinking like a stone, carry on. May your past be the sound of your feet upon the ground, and carry on. Carry on, carry on. So I met up with some friends at the edge of the night, in a bar off 75. We talked and talked about how our parents will die, all our neighbors and wives. But I like to think I can cheat it all to make up for the times I've been cheated on. And it's nice to know when I was left for